here. But there doesn't seem to be any. They all went away. Oh. I know I have a saber saw when it goes like that. And I know I have a round saw with only that big a blade, but it will cut. It'll all become metal. And that's all I know. I also have this saw that they can use too. And those are kept in a pouch in my room because this is happening too often. And continuing with the story, Janine emptied the container, that business where you rent a closet down in Ipswich. She emptied that today. And God, the recliner is absolutely beautiful that they gave to me from, I believe it was Newburyport Senior Aging, whatever, because they couldn't use it. And where was I going with that one? She took out a whole bunch of clothing, primarily 2 ski-mobile suits, which I was thinking of buying anyway. 2 ski-mobile suits and my blue jacket that came from the Walt Disney project. And all of it needs to be cleaned. Well, you can't see anything. The cyber candy?
No, I can't find anything to get this job done.
I have a saw that would go like that you could use.
No, well, where do you think that is?
What?
Where do you think that is?
Where's that in my room?
In the White House?
Yeah, where that red pile of stuff is.
That Milwaukee stuff.
Yeah, right. And it's maybe behind it, or you know.
Okay, you be careful. Hang on. I think those are cinnamon or coal. I like these kinds. This is the one I like.
Oh my God!
What?
Those are those ones that I keep eating and then thinking, oh God, it's like horrific.
Excellent.
Okay. Well, I do have 2 saws up there that you could use. Is this way?
Charity's great for tough times. Who? Charity's great for tough times. Oh, that's true.
Well, that's right. Today's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
Maybe your picture's in today.
Are you skating on thin ice?
Well, I was. Yeah, no, she found it someplace, and it was not in last week's picture. It wasn't there.
Oh no, I don't want to update anything. I'm just feeling those good candy. I didn't think we had a job at all today. I know, surprise, surprise. Oh. Yeah, that group that came today. Yes.
Well, our displeasure with dog owners at ZBA hearing.
Zoning board. Zoning board. Why are they displeased? Because I think there's a dog groomers got planning or something like that. I don't know. Okay. And this is Wanda's. Although I will say, Sybil enjoyed her cookie last night as well. The art comes every other Wednesday. Oh. So they're on the schedule for next Wednesday. But since they missed last Wednesday because of rain or something. Oh, they just, okay. But they're going to shut down for the winter.
Well, that's a bunch that came today?
So they were cold. They were cold, really? I know. You know, it actually has been absolutely freezing. I mean, to me, I am never cold. And I have been freezing all day. What's the schedule for tomorrow? We're in, I think it's with me. I'm going to eat all the good ones. A slow, handy fat. Right, if there's any dark, blackish, grey ones, eat those, and those ones that you like, which are apparently the ones that I thought were the good ones. Cinnamon.
I don't see it.
Wow, chocolate.
Nobody asked.
Tomorrow we're in Rockport. Well, not Rockport, Gloucester.
Gloucester.
I'm doing going.
Let me tell you what the problem is here before you go too far. There's a guy coming to look at the dented car.
Oh.
And he said he'd be here somewhere between 9 and 10.
Okay, so you and I are going? Yeah? And you're on the dented car project. So we don't have anybody else here. So, yeah. And it's going to, I was thinking that you're probably not going to want to go anyways because it's going to rain crazy for the next 2 days.
I like rain.
What?
I like rain.
No, you don't like rain when you're inside.
That's right.
Yeah, you're not going to want to go out in it. I want to find one of these. So,
I just had one of those.
Yeah, so I got the truck and trailer is all ready for tomorrow's adventure. Oh, that's super. I just wanted to do a little construction tonight, but having a tool problem.
So you're going to put a couple dollars in the back of your truck?
I could. What is it we're doing? And we'll say Larky. Well, it's simple because I'm taking Larky, Wanda, and Pony, Bunny, Halloween. So let's wear the hat. Yeah, costume. I know you love that. I've got a hairband somewhere with ghosties on it. I like your name, Tom.
So you're not using the car, you're all organized.
Yep, I can use my car. Come here, Wanda! Wanda, you come in. All right, Nick and I are going back to this project. Oh, where are you going? How'd your week been? What's on your leg? Your fan base, my love. Oh, look at the size of that.
Break it in half. Oh, dear me. Oh, that'll do her for a week.
And put it on there. You can go and just look on there, have it? Go on, just chew it. Chew, chew, chew.
Move your me. Okay.
Yes, it is Wednesday.
It's almost raining now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's that really nasty, sort of like cold, damp, yucky stuff. It's not very good. But I think we're supposed to get quite heavy rain. You'll be delighted to hear. So we can fill up the courtyard again.
Oh, good. Yeah.
And so this morning I did it's Meredith and was in the middle of doing all my paddock picking. And Nick called me and he said, "Have you got the car?" And I said, "Yes, I have the car." And he's like, "Oh, I need it." And I'm like, "I'm in the middle of paddock picking." I'm like, "Doesn't work." So he took Ava's car and he said, "So I've taken Ava's car. So you'll have to just, I'll take her car." I was like, "Right." And he said, "But you need to get back soon because she's away out to work." I was like, "Damn it." So I said, "Right, okay." I got back here. And she hasn't had her breakfast yet. I could have had another half hour. So, and then he called me and I thought, what's this man in these blinking cars? He said, "Oh, I've got a flat tire." I was like, "Okay."
Well, fix it.
I was like, "Okay." Well, he was telling me he was just going to be back a bit later because I was headed back to Meredith. He said, "I've got a flat tire." He said, "But I'll just change it and I'll be back." And then the phone went 2 minutes later. He went, "I haven't got a tire iron." I'm like, "And?" And he said, "You're going to go find one and bring it down." I said, "Well, I can't." I said, because I'm in the middle of doing something. And I said, "Where are you?" He said, "I'm at a garage." And I'm like, "Well, go and ask someone." He said, "It's not that kind of garage." I said, "Well, what kind of garage is it?" And he's like, "One where you get gas." And I'm like, "Well, just go and ask them if they have one." I said, "There must be employees there. They've probably got one in their car asking you to come borrow it." So he changed the tire and he came back on one piece. He said it was terrible because he was on the interstate. That's why I never drive the interstate. He was on the interstate, and the car, it came up with a gauge on the dash thingy, and it had all 4 tires, and this one, the back of them on the driver's side, it went from 20% to 15%. It was doing a countdown of the amount of air it didn't have in it. So, yeah, so we'll have to go and get a tire. Cars, honestly.
Okay.
As efficient as horses. And then, obviously, Northeast Arc turned up.
Yep.
I was not expecting that.
I was not.
No, that
I was almost sound asleep when the car came flying.
Oh.
It drives fast.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got myself together and went out and said, "Hi, how are you doing?" and things like that.
Yeah, well, that's good.
She'd forgotten to bring any silverware, so I told her to go borrow ours. Just leave it where. So we will come to a pile of silverware someplace.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
So it says, and our weather has turned. We're very grey, overcast with a light drizzle, which apparently is going to turn into grey, overcast with heavy rain. So that's if you can trust the weather forecast, which very often you can't.
Janine got that whatever empty.
She was supposed to call me to go and get the chair. Did she get that chair out?
Yes, she got it out and she put it in my room.
How did she get that done?
And then she said, "There it is." Okay. So I said, "Oh, okay."
Oh, so now you've got 2 chairs.
Took me half an hour to wedge it back into a corner, but it's a wonderful chair.
Is it not the same as the brown one?
Huh?
Is it not just the same as the brown one?
It's probably better.
Is it?
Yes, I think Newburyport Old Age gave it to us.
Oh.
Somebody donated it to them, and they just didn't have room for it. And she knew that I slept in one, so she gave us that one. And I had tried to get it here earlier to get give Bud something to sit in. But anyway, it's here now.
Well, that's good.
I haven't plugged it in yet.
Oh, it's good.
It's very comfortable. Very comfortable.
Oh, well, that's a distinct bonus.
That, and she had a lot of winter clothing.
And ski-mobile suits.
She had 2 ski-mobile suits. One big and one not so big, so I don't know.
Right.
I didn't get them out because I have no place to put them.
Right.
They might as well stay in the box they're in until I put a coat rack thing in that brown.
You need to be really careful with an all-in-one suit, though, because that's the sort of thing, well, if I'm putting it on, I fall over.
Why?
Because my balance, because I have to jump to get the legs up and then the arms in, and I find it quite an active process.
It could be.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm on 2 of those pills that make
exactly. I was just thinking, especially if you need to go to the bathroom in a hurry.
It doesn't have a trap door.
No. That could be interesting.
And that Purewick does not get my vote of confidence because I just was rinsing out the canister.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely fractured. So I called them up to tell them that. They said, "Oh well, then you'll need the whole kit for $49."
Yeah.
I said, "Because the canister cracked?" I said, "You don't replace it?" She said, "No." She said, "We need to replace all that stuff every 2 months anyway."
Right.
They didn't tell me that when I bought it.
Right.
So that's like a $25 a month charge forever.
Yeah, but did you try taping it?
I haven't tried taping it, and I certainly will. Taping is not going to work. It's because it's under vacuum pressure.
Yeah.
So it's going to have to withstand vacuum pressure. I don't know if I've got hot glue.
Yes.
I have a bunch of stuff.
You got epoxy?
I do someplace, yeah.
I wonder if that would work. Jersey is trying to pass a bill to make saltwater taffy their state candy.
Oh my. That's very critical.
I'm going to keep Wanda's gifts here because she spends most time down here. So if you don't mind, we'll just keep them and hand them out. I put one down there for you, darling. I did. Let's see. No, it's definitely Wednesday.
What?
It's definitely Wednesday. Don't smash anything. Oh, somebody's got bunny ears. I presume that's for dress up. Well, did you eat your treat or did you bury it? She does this, you know. Then you find it a wee while later.
One thing she did find in her was Tom's old medical bag.
Oh.
Which we can use as a container for doing trips.
Yes. And she did find it.
She did find it.
Oh, that's good.
I'm not sure it's the only one though, because it has more shape to it than the one I remember. But anyway, I'll keep looking. Building 25 might have one.
Was it a glass phone bag?
No.
No. I told you about my father's doctor's bag, and he had it stolen from the car when he was doing a house call. He had two bags. He'd take one kit in and then another, and one was in the car. It's hidden, and it's gone, and it just had equipment in it. It didn't have any medications or anything, anything that was under prescribed use. So it was more a more in-depth sort of like kit bag, and it was stolen from the car, and while he was doing a house call, and he got a call. It must have been a good 10, 15 years later from the police department in the town where we lived, and they said, "We've got your doctor's bag." He was like, "What doctor's bag?" He said it was reported stolen however many years ago. It's in a leather bag. So the brass frame was still on it, and parts of stethoscopes and the things that you look in ears and all this. And he said, "Would you like to come and pick it up from the police station?" And he was like, "Okay." So he went down and he got this, sort of like, a lot of it is disintegrated because they'd obviously realised that there was nothing of interest or drugs in it, and they'd thrown it into farmers' fields. And the farmer used to plough the field every year, and it got ploughed down and down and down. The leather had disintegrated, and the metal parts were kind of intact, so this thing was really motley, and it came out, and the farmer, it obviously had done its rounds, gone down, and then had worked its way back up. And so 15 years later, the farmer said, "I found this in my field," and they traced it back. He must have had a card in it, and they traced it back, and it returned it to him. So it had gone for a little trip to some farmer's field.
Did you have to go, or Janine did?
Yes, just out there. So, Jerry's friend uses a pure wig, and she said that the original container lasted a year.
I didn't last 3 months.
No. The horned goats were taken off the pond area because the people were walking donkeys who came to visit at lunchtime today, and we just thought the horned goats would sort of like push them over the edge. Can you get a saw blade? Yes. Ben Watt had one.
Oh, you found what?
Ben Watt had one. He bought a new one. Couldn't find his either, so we went out and bought another one. So we could fill that. Borrow, Janine, borrow. Sorry.
Well, so that's The father.
Benoit. No, the boat.
Ben.
Boat, yes. Oh.
Oh my.
But, yeah. His name is Benoit.
Benoit.
Some people call him Ben. Some people call him Benoit. My friend Diana calls him, because that's how you spell it. You know what it is, Beth? We're cutting the door. We're still repairing Goldy from our friends ago. And, Ted. Nothing wrong with Ted. He's lovely. I'm here to talk about goats. The goats are out here. I'm going to see how those goats do. Yeah. So there. So that's the answer. We're going to see how the goats do. Yeah. The goats don't seem to like the house. Well, that they've been provided. Or I don't know if it's they just are so outdoorsy. I mean, they are always outdoors with blinking goats. And you put them in. Remember we used to put them in tanners. Yeah. And then they knocked the door off the stall in tanners, and then we had to reinforce it. And then they would stand there. You could stand outside tanners, and all you hear boom, boom. And they did the wall of tanners where they pushed out the wall. And I don't want them to do that up there, but there's nothing we can do about it. Yeah, they actually the whole side it has to be pushed back in because of the goats. I mean, I've never. The wee goats don't do that. This lot are. They're probably going to learn how to do that. I don't know where else. I don't know where else. But so right now they're down here because I needed to bring the. I explained to them this. They wanted to go for a walk with the donkeys today. Oh no, the horn goats are chasing Melvin. That's not good. Melvin, here's a few things that I've learned over the past 24 hours. There's a pecking order out there. Melvin can outrun those goats. They're not going to hurt each other. The turkeys, however, I've never broken up a turkey fight. The turkeys were, it was awful. There's pecking going on. Sally could no longer go out with the other 3 turkeys. And I know people complained about Sally and the duck fighting or pecking at Sally. That was nothing to what the other turkeys have blood on their necks and their beaks for Sally. Yeah. And she was on the other side of that. Yeah. And at one point the other 2 turkey girls, got in a pecking fight, tried to break them up. And the male just keeps fighting. Yeah. She's like, no. Yeah. And so when I put the horned goats in there, the turkeys went after the horned goats. And they seem to be, every time I looked at it, I didn't see anything. They're establishing their pecking order. I think it's illegal across the village. We could try that. We nailed them. Yeah, but then you need the awful ones. I don't want to do any damage to this barn. Yeah, but you don't shut that door. Yeah, but it's pretty solid. Yeah. Well, let's give us 24 hours. That's all I have. I'm going up now and getting hurt. Did you already go through this for all the good ones? No. And you know why I didn't? Because every time I choose one, there's always one that is big. I love those. You can bring that. Okay. I gotta get back to work. All right. Did you already go through it, Mom, and steal all the good ones?
I just ate one because it was orange with a
You've got to define what a good one is, because you and I are not eating the same ones that much.
All right, well, I'm going to do an orange one because I can't find any more that I like. All right, I'm going to go back to work.
Chatting is going to be Monday.
Yes. Anything? So tomorrow's Rockport. I can't believe how busy we are. I know. It's quite.
It's lots of tomorrow.
I'm exhausted. Yeah.
And then on Friday,
did you talk about the meeting that we had with hospice?
I did. I did that yesterday because that was yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Then, what is it on Friday?
April.
Oh, as Viva.
Yeah.
Viva. April.
So.
That takes quite a long time to get to that place.
Yeah, but there's good places for her to stop on the way home. The good thing about the hospice
conversation.
The hospice thing with all my friends that ride, when they're all in hospice, if I'm still alive, I was coming in with a pony. Their last wish.
Or a turkey.
Or turkey. Your friends that you used to ride with are all in hospice?
Not yet.
Not yet. But if anybody died, you know, they left. Anyone, because that's a big change. Anybody that is in hospice is now going to, if they want to have animal care at the end, they're calling us. So,
although we might ban the blinking turkey,
the turkey's not going, not up there yet. So, there's still a lot.
I was all upset about First Valley.
Sally was so the instigator. She's out with the duck. The problem is now that trying to make everything easier for us, getting Sally across the parking lot.
Leave her in there. She'll just run down with them.
That might be better. Yeah, we'll try that.
She'll be fine in there as long as you lock your rabbit away, because quite frankly, I don't fancy his chances.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, we'll try that. Maybe she'll like it. She seems happy with the duck.
Well, and you know,
she's definitely not happy in this barn smelling those turkeys. If turkeys have a nose that can smell.
Well, the other thing is, those two wee white chickens were quite happy in there as well. They just roosted. They roost up high, ducks on the ground, enormous turkey somewhere. Just get and Ziggy. Who's like, what?
Yeah.
But he's quite happy.
He seems very happy. Okay, I got to go back and manage my
expectations.
Manage my expectations on this building.
I need him. He's coming to America, I think, because we're moving hay around.
Well, I've got the whole thing under control now.
As long as
you know, I can be a carpenter.
As long as you haven't got books for the whole evening, that's fine.
Yeah. I can do all this myself.
Okay.
But he seems to think I need help.
Right. Okay.
He didn't realize that
he's been chivalrous.
I've built a whole barn by myself. Sorry.
He's still his base inside your back. Janine, I saw that. So, no, you know what, Jenny? It was really funny because I actually saw the comment that you made about the Pure Wick, and I read it, and then when I went back to read it out, because I try and read the questions ahead, it has actually disappeared. I don't know where it went. And I don't know how it disappeared, because I do remember that you had and you were talking about your friend, and then I thought to myself, well, that's quite interesting, and I didn't know why it disappeared, but it did. So that's good to have that back. Thank you. I don't think we've heard from Bud. Have you heard from Bud?
Just a half an hour ago.
And what did he say?
He's feeling much better. He must twist.
Oh.
He has to. He can't quit. He's not supposed to. Doesn't bother him. He's just so nauseous.
Right.
And the fact that it's not painful when it does, he's having trouble remembering.
Yeah.
One thing if it hurt like that, you remember faster.
And how much more of his recovery time does he have?
I don't know. He said appointment tomorrow. So, well, as soon as you get to drive, you can go back and sit in the chair.
So that's good. Good news indeed.
I make those into, you're not doing it right. You only do it that big, and then you just twist it, and you have a bow tie.
I don't wear bow ties. I was making it neat for going in the trash. No. Chatting is on Monday. That's quite correct. Third. No, I'm getting it. Yes, I think they do fight for flock order. That's quite correct. But I think our problem is Sally obviously is older and came from a different, shall we say, flock. So we're just very picky at the moment.
Sally was one of two that Bella had, and one died, so she was by herself. And then we took her.
The barn goats will be moved back up the hill, I expect, at some point. But we don't have a home for them. Most likely, honestly, slightly, the reason we don't have a home for them is that when we're rehoming any animals, we are brutally honest about that animal's capacity for mayhem. So, there you go.
So you're saying we can't get rid of them?
No! We just haven't found someone that wants them. Actively looking though. No.
Animals with hooves wreck property, period.
Yeah.
So you just make nutty mess out of everything.
Oh yes, those tree boxes, we ordered grain for the barn, so I think one of the boxes, or maybe two of the boxes, has to go to Meredith, so I'll take that with me this evening.
They're both on the back of my...
Yeah, I'll just drive the car down and put them in, and then the others are coming into here.
You didn't plug my golf cart in, did you?
No, but it is plugged in.
That was not my car.
No, I didn't do it.
Because whoever plugged it into the wall, but no, the thing never plugged it. So it did not get recharged. So now I've got to recharge it.
Right. No,
while I'm riding the roof.
Okay.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah. So you need to put the big strong one in under the seat. Yeah. Otherwise it doesn't charge anything.
That's right. Right.
So that's it. So we'll probably have a lot of rearrangement of animals because we've got donkeys on the goat paddock. We've got big goats out here.
I don't know. I can't keep it straight.
Yeah.
I struggled to rescue a few things before Janine threw them out.
Oh.
It's amazing how much stuff she had in that container. Hopefully I've got Ski-Mobile soup the chair out of it.
Well, that's not bad.
Not too bad. I got the coffee pot too. Percolator.
Oh.
Percolator. But I haven't yet found my sous vide. I had to go buy it all.
No. I remember something about that sous vide, and I cannot for the life place who was part of the conversation.
I know. I can't remember either. At any rate, I have another one. I want to play with it with Justin when he can.
Yeah. I think he'll be coming on board quite soon.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, are we done?
Yes, you're done. You're free to go.
I'm free to go now.
Thank you so very much, everyone. And
please, it's the end of the month.
Yes.
Everybody, come to the fore.
And if we haven't floated off in our ark, we'll be here tomorrow.
Well, that's true. Hopefully.
One never can tell.
Oh. I sometimes I walk very nicely, but I've got to get started now here.
I think half the battle's getting out of these seats half the time.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
that door, okay, I'm going to turn this heater off again.
What am I doing?
You're just opening the door.
You want her out?
I think she should, well, Janine's just there. We can, yes, I think she should go out. Janine, do you want any of those boxes onto Meredith, or do you want to keep them here? I think it's all Meredith's seat. I don't think we have to do anything yet.
So bring two to Meredith and one here. So that's it.